If you think cabbage crust pizza sounds gross, well, you're wrong. So stop and watch. It's quick, simple, and delicious. And when you take a bite of this thing, you do not taste cabbage. You literally taste pizza. So take your cabbage. You're going to use half of your cabbage and you're going to core it. I'm going to cut mine in half because I'm actually going to use my mandolin because you want the cabbage to be nice, thin strips. So I'm going to use my mandolin here. Again, you can use a knife and cut it by hand. I'm also going to do this with a half onion. I'm going to put it in a pan, the onion, with some olive oil, and I'm going to saute it. Now, this is important that you flavor this a lot because that's going to help season the cabbage. So we're going to do salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, red pepper, Italian seasonings, and you want it to get soft and brown because all of that is so good flavor. Once it's soft and brown, you're going to add in your garlic. I did about 4 cloves, and you want to stir it in there until you smell the garlic. When you smell the garlic, you're good to go. Now you're going to take your pan with your onions and your garlic, and you're going to put it with your cabbage. And you really want to give it a good mix. You want all those flavors to be dispersed within the cabbage. Then you're going to season the cabbage with the exact same seasonings you did on the onions. And again, you're going to give it a mix. And then now I'm also going to put in 2 tablespoons of flour. And now my eggs are going to go in because that's going to create the batter. Mix this well. Now you're going to put olive oil, butter. I used a brush because I want to make sure it gets everywhere on the pan because you don't want this to stick, but you don't want to over oil it either. So a brush is great here. Make sure, this is important, you pat it down and you pull it from the side so it makes like this disc because you don't want this to break apart. You really want the egg to kind of act as the glue. Now a cover goes on. It's about medium heat, 5-ish minutes or so, and you want to again pull it from the side, and you should feel like it could lift up when you put the spatula there because you're going to see that it has a crust. So you're going to put the plate and flip it. Don't freak out. It's not as hard as it looks. And then you're just going to gently slide it back in the pan that you put more butter and olive oil in. And it's really that simple. And then you take sauce and then your cheese. I would use a jarred sauce so it's not too liquidy. And that is it, guys. And honestly, it was so good and so much easier than what it looks like.